All right, so today is day 35. Day 35, this is the last day of the 5th week. As of tomorrow morning, we will be on the 6th and final week of Bootcamp. Congratulations on what you've achieved so far. Pat yourselves on the back. Give yourselves a high five. Shake each other's hands. So, I want to talk to you about something today that is really, really important, and it has to do with identity and sense of self. We like to label things as human beings. We like to say sick or health, sickness or health, rich, poor, black, white, gay, straight. And I think part of the reason for that is because it helps us to put things in nice, neat little compartments. And the thing about life is that life does not fit into nice, neat little compartments. And our lives in particular as humans are more complex than most in the animal world. In addition, we tend to complicate our own lives much more than they need to be complicated. I wanted to show you a video of one of my fish. And the reason why I want to show you a video of one of my fish, and particularly one fish in particular, I wanted to show you a video of one of my fish. And the reason why I wanted to show you a video of this particular fish is because I want to show you the definition of resilience. I want to show you the definition of toughness. I want to show you the definition of tenacity. And I want to show you the definition of give no blanks. Give no blanks, no blanks given. Fill in the blank. When an animal gets sick or hurt, if they're not killed or eaten by another animal, they go on, happily for the most part. They don't think about their injury or their illness or their limp or the fact that they're missing a limb. In this case, my fish, I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but there was something wrong with my fish. I believe it was cancer. And whatever was wrong with him ate away at his flesh, ate away at his scales. And as you can see, ate away at a great deal of his head and his upper fins and his side fins and his lower fins, etc., etc., etc. And then he healed that way. We gave him medicine, and the fish stopped being sick. And now he's got the scars of his illness. However, look at this fish move. Does he look upset? Does he look sad? Does he look like he feels sorry for himself? Does he look like he's gonna sit in the corner and stop what he's doing? No. Despite his illness and his injuries and his scars, this fish is right up there with everybody else in the pack. And the point is that in the animal world, there is no stigma. There is no stigma. They keep pushing on until they can no longer push. Only as human beings do we overthink the F out of things until we drive ourselves crazy and we drive those around us crazy. And we keep driving ourselves crazy, and we'll drive anyone who's sorry enough to be in our path to listen crazy. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not minimizing any of your illnesses, I'm not minimizing your injury, I'm not minimizing your shortness of breath or your chest pain or your losses or your plight in life. I am not minimizing any of that, and I am not asking you to minimize any of that. I am not minimizing your suffering. I am not minimizing your sadness. not minimizing your anxiety or your depression, again, or your shortness of breath, chest pain, inability to walk, etc., etc., etc. But what I am asking you to do is to not maximize it. Okay? And again, this has a lot to do with the black and white, shades of gray, colorful hues, properly curated in life, right? It's about nuance. It's about degrees. It's about not all or nothing. So whereas I want the soup to be just right, or I want the porridge to be just right, not too hot, not too cold, I want you to pay the appropriate amount of respect and the appropriate amount of attention to your health and wellness, or health and illness, or health and sickness, or medical, or this, or financial, or social, or spiritual, or intellectual, etc., etc., etc. woes. I want you to spend the appropriate amount of time, energy, money, thought, etc., etc. on those things. And not a penny more. Not a penny more. Our resources are limited, my friend, and if we overspend in some areas, then that's going to leave us short in others. So again, I am not minimizing your plight. I am asking you to pay the appropriate amount of attention to it. Not too much, not too little, but not too much, okay? And when you find yourself giving attention to things where that extra attention is neither going to change the situation or improve the situation, and in all likelihood, this repetition compulsion to repeat these negative events and these negative impairments, etc., 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 will actually, in more likelihood, will make the situation worse. So again, nuance, context. Don't hit it with a hammer, don't hit it with a piece of cotton. Don't hit it with a hammer, don't hit it with a cotton ball. Use the right amount of force, and by that I mean use the right amount of time, energy, money, resources, etc., 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 on being healthy, on focusing on your disease versus focusing on your health, wellness, and your life. Okay, so when you hear yourself beginning to tell the story about how that jackass bumped into you on the street, and that guy's way gone already, you know about him, but you're still reliving the encounter through retelling that story to others, or posting it on Facebook and saying, "Can you believe what this guy did to me?" Shut yourself down. I know you thought I was going to say shut your pie hole, but I wouldn't say that to you. Shut yourself down. When you feel that you are about to spend some of your time, energy, effort, well-being, peace of mind on some bullshit, you need to shut yourself down, because you have better things to spend it on. Or in the words of somebody who I don't know their name, but I know what they look like, and I know their meme, nobody got time for that. Okay, nobody got time for that. So we only have 10 units of time. Don't spend 8 of them talking about what's not right with the world. Don't even spend 2 of them on it. Spend 1 of them on it, or spend the amount that's appropriate to spend on it, and then move on so that you can spend your resources on things that will enrich your life and enrich the lives of those around you. Don't let the things that you cannot do interfere with the things that you can do. John Wooden. If you cannot fly, then run. If you cannot run, then walk. If you cannot walk, then crawl. And if you cannot crawl, breathe. When you're about to tell that story about that thing that's really bothering you, or that person that's really bothering you, or that situation that's really bothering you, whatever it may be, take a breath, let it go, and then tell your story about something great. Tell your story about something amazing. Tell your story about something positive and fun and enriching that's going to make you a happier, healthier human being, okay? And when things get rough, you think about my fish. You think about my fish. Because my fish does not care what you think of him. He's still going to be right in the mix. He's still going to be first on the food line. He's still going to swim his little butt off because he just doesn't care, okay? And I'm not telling you to not care about anything, but what I am telling you is let's care about the things that make us feel good, and the things that don't, let's not give them more energy than we need to, all right? Have a great day, my friend. Today is day 35. Tomorrow starts the final leg of this race, okay? Have a great day. Remember my sweet little fish. Bye-bye.